So, big news today was that Trump says he's going to allow for 600,000 students to come into our system from China. And this is a nice throwback topic to our previous episode, because we were mentioning how, based on the generational numbers of younger generations having less people than previous generations, this is almost exactly what we were talking about. And they are trying to backfill those universities, because they're saying that the bottom 15% of universities would go out of business if they weren't able to fill up the seats. And so they're importing 600,000 students from China alone. So you could imagine how many other countries that they're also bringing students in from, just in order to keep these businesses or universities afloat.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So 15% of the sort of universities, that number, I just looked up how many universities are there in the U.S., and there's between 4,000 to 6,000 post-secondary institutions in the U.S. So we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of universities that aren't financially viable without these students coming in on programs like this.
Student visas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible, like the sense of desperation that's happening, and I feel like that there's a sense of desperation in the air here in America. And the best part about the internet is that we're actually being able to witness this stuff in like almost real time, to be able to get a perspective of the actual economic crisis. And sometimes it almost feels like this economic crisis that we are in currently is almost it's so much information that it's hard to see what the actual truth is, because there's so much information being dumped on us all the time. But nuggets like this are gems.
Yeah, and you're right. There is an overwhelming amount of information, but I'd rather have it be an overwhelming amount of information than a prescribed set agenda of information. And at least it allows us to kind of filter it on our own and figure out what's going on. So yeah, the internet and just being able to share this information is huge, which we didn't have. I mean, the internet's been around for a while, but we didn't have it like this, where news topics are the currency of the world now, which is exciting, because it's great to have info. It really helps you kind of decide what's important to you. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's really funny, because like you're saying, like the news is the currency of the internet right now. And the coolest part is that it's a decentralized and transparent comment section on these centralized stories that are coming out. So even though something might come out from the New York Times or from these centralized institutions that have been around for so long, the comments and like the ability to clip something and make a comment on your own is the transparent part, because people's opinions actually go further today than they ever did. And so you get that information firsthand, which you wouldn't have gotten before when you were just reading the newspaper and then waiting for the newspaper to come out the next week or the next day.
Yeah, and you're right. Opinions are so readily available that they really are the kind of, they're almost the underlying currency. Where the news article might be the product, the currency to purchase that product with sort of social value and credit is how it makes people feel. And it's ultimately subjective, and it's a really good representation of just how people are feeling on a daily basis.